Vijay, how are you?
Hey, hi, I'm good. And what about you? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Could you please introduce about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. And it will be my pleasure to introduce myself to you. So, I am Vijay Kumar, as you know my name, and I'm from Jharkhand. It's one of the states of India, and I'm a student. Just this year, I completed my graduation, and right now I'm working on my communication skill. So, uh, nowadays, I'm trying to interact with amazing people like you, and I'm happy that I'm able to interact with you right now. And first time when I had seen you on YouTube, I had found you like you are amazing. Like whenever you speak with a smile. Right now also you are smiling. It's like I've seen many people like many learners on YouTube. Like most of the time they remain serious and they talk and they interact with people. They do conversation, and there are. I'm I'm telling you very few people who speak and who talks with a smile. So you are the one of them. Yeah, this was all about me, and now I'd like you to introduce yourself to me.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much, your kind words, and I'm very honored. So, when it comes to myself, my name is Sarla. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I'm currently living in Kodmur, which is in Kurnool district. I'm currently pursuing my final year graduation with BSc Computers. And coming to my hobbies in my spare time, I love to listen to music and spending time with my family members and listen to podcasts. So, this is all about me. Thank you.
Wow, you have
Okay, so how did you started your English journey and why you want to learn this language?
wow. This is a nice question. It from since childhood, it was it was part of my hobby to speak English, and because whenever it's an international language and people speaking English, they keep a special place in a public area as you know it. And actually since my school days and since my childhood, I was keen interested on this language, but earlier I was not working on it. Actually there is a amazing reason behind uh, why I started speaking. Actually, I had my YouTube channel from a very long time, but I was not using my YouTube channel in this way, like for learning English and interacting with people and uploading like these conversation videos on YouTube. Actually, one day I got a video like this conversation video it was, and I watched that conversation completely from beginning to end, and after watching that conversation I was thinking that okay, so there are lots of small kids who are using this platform and this YouTube for learning English, and this is really a very good thing. And I realized that thing, and I started using my YouTube channel. And that day was a really a very good day for me when I came to know that I could use my YouTube channel in this way. So if I say honestly, just to upload conversation videos on my YouTube channel, I started my speaking English journey. This was the reason.
Okay, that was a great thing. You have started to speak this language very well,
How
and
did you?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would like to know about your English journey. That how and why you started speaking English, and why you wanted to learn English. Like you want why you wanted to be very fluent on English.
Sure. Why I want to learn this language? Because English is a global language. Nowadays, whenever you go, we can speak in English and we can connect the people with this language. So I believe in it. And why I want to start this language? Because I'm very much interested and I have that burning desire to learn this language. When I was child, I saw some of the persons and people in especially my teachers also they are speak in English. So I saw them that why I'm not speaking like them. So I started my English journey when I was in degree first year. So I started with myself because I'm not interacting with any people because I don't have any environment to speak in English. But I search about it how I can connect with the people. First, I want to express myself, right? So there is no one to express myself. So then I started myself to talk in front of mirror and recording myself and rectify my mistakes. But one day I decided that yes, I am improving and I am communicating with myself, but I know my mistakes and also I overcome fear of speaking English in front of people also. So then I started searching about applications, right, CV and experiency. So those applications are very beautiful, and I have a command over in English where I can talk about lot of strangers and I met lot of people. Now I am connecting with you through the Skype. So I'm little bit improving, and I always think that every day is a learning day, and if you make mistakes today, you can rectify one day. So that is how I started my journey, and even I consider myself as a lifelong learner.
Yeah, yeah. And the last sentence, you said that you considered yourself a lifelong learner. Actually, this thing should be in people. Like the time you said that sentence, it just touched my mind, and you can say my soul. And because whatever you said from beginning to end, the last sentence you added, it just made an impact on your whole answer. So yeah, I will also try, and I will definitely try to implement that one, the last sentence what you said, in my life too. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you. And I think every learner could implement their way of speaking also, because every person practice their English and they are also putting their efforts. And I know it because in my beginning stage, I had a lot of struggles when I speaking this language. And you had also a lot of struggles in your life. So which kind of struggles you faced while you are learning this language in your beginning stage?
Okay, wow. So you have lots of amazing and interesting question in your mind. Thought and decided earlier only, I think, that you are going to ask in the conversation, right? So yeah, well, let me tell you, I had tried to speak, but initially I was not able to speak. Actually, I couldn't gather that much courage in myself, so that I can interact with people initially. And that was uh, it was a very difficult thing, and I can say, and it was I can say right now, I just regret that why couldn't, and why don't I gather that much courage, and why couldn't I start my journey just a few years before. Then if I had started my journey few years before, like 1 or 2 years before, when I was in the first, as you said, you started speaking when you were in the first year of your college. If I had also done the same thing, then it would be more better than me, and I regret for the time I wasted. And let me tell you, as you asked me that what were the difficulties and the struggles I faced in my journey, I had lack of words. So when I had started, I at the very first moment I realized that I have very less words. I need to increase it. Actually, I was not good enough on the grammar part also, but I thought, and that time I realized that first of all I need to work on my word power. If I increased and if I improve on that, I will able to interact with people. Whether I will make mistake, but I will able to express my ideas, my views to the person I will interact with. So first of all I worked on that. Like I gathered the words which we use in our daily life, in our daily conversation. So first of all I worked on that, and after that I started practicing in myself. Like I started, as you know, as in the beginning time that they start thinking in English, they talk with themselves sometimes. And the thing what I used to do that I used to go to ground. Like ground is my favorite place. Like most of the time, like in the morning time, in the evening time, I definitely and I go there. If I don't go there, I feel like something is missing for in my life. So it's necessary for me that I will go to ground, and when I go to ground, I just walk all over the ground, all around the ground. I speak to myself. Whatever topic comes to my mind, like if my friend said me something and I felt very bad on that, so I will speak on that. Like I will consider my friend, and in this way I used to practice. I became habituated of speaking. Then after I started doing like this conversation. So this was the things I faced, the problems, difficulties. These were the things, and after when I keep practicing and interacting with people, I become quite habituated to this, quite habituated to speaking. So in this way, I'm doing it, and I am moving ahead in my journey.
That's an amazing journey, and I'll sure that one day you will become a fluent English speaker. Mark my words, and you will definitely improve yourself. And I could see a lot, because when if you are a beginner, you had a lot of fear of speaking in English, and it's a very, even I had this problem that when I am speaking with someone else, sometimes my mind goes blank, because we are not native speakers here. We are also learning something new every single day, and I also learned a lot of vocabulary. But when it comes to learning something, we have to implement in our lives also. When if you are learning today, so we not only give up that words or sentences, whatever you learn today, you just implement in your life, and you have to talk with them. You can use those sentences and words in your speaking. So that would be the best improvement in your life. And also, what you mentioned, that obstacles, right? So when we are speaking in English, these are all part of life. Mistakes are also part of life. We can
Yeah,
improve
yeah,
a lot from our mistakes. So that is what I believe. And even now I make a lot of mistakes, but when I recording myself, when I listen that recording, right? So I just catch my mistakes and I rectify it. Now I make this mistake, so next time I don't want to do like this, and I just improved myself. So here I make mistakes. So that's how I motivated myself. That's how I improved myself. So that is the best way.
wow. And thank you for what you said on for me, what I answered you on that, what you added. Thank you for that. And yeah, now I would like to know about what more people can do to improve their English. And as we are not native speaker, so
Yes.
we all know that we speak some different language at our home. When we go to school, we may people may speak some different language. Like if I talk about myself, in our area, in our locality, here is a local language. Like we speak. When I was at school, that time when I was going to school, I was speaking Hindi there, Hindi over there. Okay. And actually, honestly, I had no environment environment for speaking English. Actually, there was few peoples, but they were also not using English. So it was quite difficult in the initial time for me. But as I started my journey, and as I keep speaking, I became familiar to it, and I'm doing it. So according to me, I keep mind on that I should not do that. Like I'm speaking in English, so I should clearly speak in English only. I should express all the things in English only. So according to you, what can people do to improve their language and to
Why you want to learn this language? If your why is clear, then you will
yeah,
definitely improve your English. So when you are learning something new in your life, just you have to know why I want to learn. If you are clear on it, then you can make your own schedule and you can implement it. But for me, when I was a beginner, So just I listen to lot of content in English because I love to watch interviews, especially interviews, podcasts, and I'm very much habituated in these things. What I would suggest the people who are intermediate or are beginners. So first you can search about it, why you want to learn this language, and if you are interested while watching movies or reading books, it depends on your interest. Just you have to take that initiate to learn this language. First you are interested on it or not. If you are interested, whatever, if you are like to interest in vlogs, you can go with it because your interest is matter. When if you are interested in movies, go for it, but you can consume lot of English content, I would say, because you're not at all interested in reading, but you have to consume it because I want to learn this language. If you are thinking like that, if you are not at all interested on it, how you can speak that language, right? So it depends on your interest, what kind of things you like the most, your interest, you can search about it and you can go with it. You can improve your interest. You can improve your interest. That is what I would say, because I love to read books, but when it comes to speaking, I'm not at all interesting. I want to learn this language. I want to learn grammar things and all the stuff. I'm not at all. That is not my cup of tea actually, because whenever I speak with someone else, I always speak naturally. I'm not thinking about vocabulary. No, I have to speak had here, have here. I'm not thinking like that. So after conversation, I just rectify mistakes and then I walk on it. That's it. So that is what I would suggest. If you are a beginner, it's better to speak naturally and consume lot of content, listen lot of things. First, observation is really really important when you are listening or something reading. So I'm very much curious to watch cartoons very much, because if you are a beginner, cartoons is really really very well, because the way of speaking, the words are very simple to understand, right? So if you are not interested cartoons, just leave it, because it depends on your interest. If you are not interested, it just leave it. If what you like the most, just you can put that much of efforts and improve your, that's it. That is what I would suggest them people who are beginners.
Wow, amazing. And you know which kinds of content I watch? Like there are some movies on YouTube, like South Indian movies dubbed in English. There are lots of movies. So I love to watch South Indian movies. Actually, so I watch all of them. Like whichever movie I find there, I watch it because I know that if it is South Indian movie, it will be good. There will be a story. So I watch English dubbed movie, I can say. And on what you said that when you were in your initial days, you were speaking and you were not that much, you were not caring for you what you are using, like has or had, like the grammatical mistake. Like at the time of speaking, you were speaking very naturally, right? This is what you
Yes.
mentioned, right? So on this, I would like to add one thing that once I was having conversation with uh, I can say she is a English teacher or English expert. I can say she is on YouTube, and I was having a English conversation with her, and the same thing I had told her. On that, actually, I was speaking that initially, and now also I don't care about the mistakes and the grammatical mistakes. What I am doing right now, like I was saying that whatever comes to my mind, I just speak and I just go on speaking. So on this, that ma'am had suggested me that okay, you did it in your initial time, and now you should keep that in your mind that if you are speaking and you know that you made a mistake, you should have the gut at that time only, that you should stop and you should say, okay, no, I made a mistake. I would have said this in this way. If you would like to know her name, actually, she was Mopriya ma'am. I think you might know her. She is on YouTube and she is quite famous for her English. Actually, she is good. She is expert on English.
Okay,
So do you,
okay. That was the
do you
best suggestion I would say, because every learner had this. In my future, maybe I have a little bit interested. I want to learn advanced words, maybe, but now I'm very comfortable while I'm speaking in natural way. So that is what I recommend who are beginners.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You are very correct in your place that you are speaking about what you feel in which way you feel comfort. Okay, so actually that was my way also. The same way I was also going, and I go right now also. Now also I go when I speak. I go very naturally. Whatever comes to my mind, I just speak it. I don't care. In this way, I feel like it's easy way to go on. And yeah, so which kind of interviews you like to watch? There are lots of interviews, political interviews, interviews related entertainment. So which kinds of, I would like to know that which kinds of interviews you like to watch.
Yeah, I like to watch motivational interviews. Like I always consume that Kannada actor Rajput sir. So I
Rajput.
like, yeah. Punit Rajput sir and his interviews I like a lot, and Priyanka Chopra ma'am interviews. I consume a lot of words from her interviews, and even if I liked any interview, I just immerse in it. That's it. Whatever interviews, I am not habituated that I want to see this interview only or political, whatever it is, English or not. That's it. But I'm
Yeah.
very habituated to see interviews, and even if it is a movie interview also, I can watch it, how they are speaking, how they are expressing themselves, their body language, their gestures, their way of sitting, and everything I can observe them.
Yeah, in actually the interviews related to entertainment field, the actors, actress, actually they present themselves in a very nice way, I can say. Like whenever I see they speak very professionally, they speak like in a style, so those things attracts me. And so because of that, most of the time I prefer to watch those interviews. Like they speak if you have seen, have you seen any interviews of Shahrukh Khan sir?
Yeah, of course. I love to hear because
Yeah,
he's also amazing words. While he's using some words, right? So those are really advanced. And when
yeah.
I see his videos, I just search about that word. So what is it meaning of that word? So I'll search it and I write it. Yes, it's a great word to learn. So that is how I improved myself.
Yeah, actually, most of the time I like to hear him. I hear him, I watch him on the interviews. Like he just speak in his style, and sometimes he throws something paper like on.
Nice talking with you and had a great time. And I will hope for the best. You will definitely become a good speaker. And I hope for the best. Thank you so much for being in my YouTube channel and sharing your thoughts. And you can immerse yourself in this language. So much of interested on it. I can see on you. And thank you so much. And have a great year and also great future. I hope for the best.
Wow, first of all, thank you. And I'm also hoping same for you also, that you, and for if I talk about me, it was a very interesting, very amazing conversation with you, and I came to learn many things about how what I can improve on myself through this conversation. And uh, thank you for giving me time for this conversation. And yeah, you too have a great year, and have an amazing day always. So okay.
Thank you so much. And before we wrap up the video, I want to ask one thing that what is your YouTube channel name?
YouTube channel. You can search at the rate Bijay 360, at the rate Bijay Bijay 360. It will come. And I know your channel. Actually, today at noon I was watching your videos. Recently, you were having conversation with in English Yari as some with somebody. Yeah, I was watching that, and yeah, you have made lots of blog also. You were visiting some historical place. I think you were playing with some of your family members. So I was watching your videos.
Okay, thank you so much for watching your song. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, yeah. You too have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Bye.